What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from Grimm Artisanal Ales, and they're out of Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Grimm Weisse. So they're calling this one a hefeweissbier, and underneath that it says double decoction mashed can conditioned wheat ale. It comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, I don't know exactly how old this can is because it does not have a canned on date. However, a good friend of mine, Ethan, who is the beer manager at one of my favorite local bottle shops of choice, Premier Gourmet in Amherst, New York, said that this can is quite fresh because they just got a shipment of it when I was at the store like a day or two beforehand. And we were talking about this one. He's like, hey, you want a can? We just got a fresh shipment. I was like, yes, I do want a can because full disclosure, I've had this beer before. In fact, I've actually reviewed this beer, but you didn't see it. And the reason was I never posted the review. And the reason I never posted the review is because of audio issues. The audio was basically completely gone, and the video had some choppiness to it as well. And it really bummed me out. And the reason it bummed me out is because, I'm just being honest with you, this is one of, if not the best American brewed Hefeweizens I have ever had. And in fact, in that review and what I think about this beer is I think it's very comparable to some of the upper echelon imported authentic German Hefeweizens. Yeah, I said it. So I don't know if that's going to be the case for this can. I don't know, batch variation, whatever. But the OG can, which I reviewed in November of 2021 and didn't post, absolutely amazing. I think I gave it a 4.4 in the review. It was fantastic. So going to review it. Hopefully everything goes okay this time. Put it this way, I'm not disappointed I have to re-review this beer. Let's just say that. Anyway, I'm using the New Belgium glass because that is the glass that I reviewed this beer originally in. So I thought I'd keep everything pretty consistent. However, one thing that didn't stay consistent is the can art. They changed the label. It was like more like a sticker. Try to let you see the pour a little bit better. It was like a sticker label. This is not a sticker label. This is like a full-blown actual label, and I think that's cool. So I hope and I think they're going to be keeping this one around. So it's can conditioned, which is pretty wild. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to pour it all. I saved a little bit here at the bottom. We'll throw a little bit of a cheat. Let me tell you, I'm telling you right now, that's kind of reminiscent. Like, here's the thing. It's reminiscent of what I had the first time, right? Off of that, just a little bit of cheat. What I remember about this is the yeast character. The esters and the phenols were very vibrant. A lot of banana, a lot of clove, and that's what I love in German-style Hefeweizens and in authentic German Hefeweizens. And I remember just going nuts over that because it was like, man, this is awesome. It's almost like, like banana bread, but in like the best way possible, 5.5%. Anyway, that looks beautiful. That looks like a hazy IPA. A lot of folks say that like Hefeweizens and Wit beers are like the old school, hazy IPAs from a look standpoint, because these were, the cloudy, murky, turbid, unfiltered beers of yesteryear. And this, honestly, if you told me this was like a new school hazy IPA, I'd be like, yeah, it totally looks like it. It has that yellow-orange color, very vibrant. On camera, it's probably look more dulled. It's murky, it's turbid. I can see a little bit of like the shadow, and that's it. Has a two-finger of a super soap sudsy, but yet somehow creamy looking head. Hold it up to the light. It has a little, like I say, a little bit, especially towards the bottom, but like it looks like a beautiful, like this is a beautiful looking beer. It's, the rocky head, maybe a little bit more uniform would be nice, but whatever. It looks fucking divine. Let's get a nose. Oh my God. It's sweet banana bread in the nose. Like, again, I always say you can't smell sweetness because you technically can't, but a perceived sweetness. It smells like I'm going to, slice a piece of banana bread and take it to the dome piece, just like, hammer it out. It has a sweeter banana nose, like an over-ripened banana, but, the ones you would use in banana bread when they're a little past their prime. You're like, all right, we're doing banana bread. That type of banana. There's a clove. There's a little bit of coriander. Again, the phenols from the yeast definitely producing the spiciness. It's a nice, strong, like, weedy sensation as well. A little bit of like an underlying like dried apricot, touch of citrus, like an orange. But here's the thing. What this lacks in complexity makes up for in intensity. Like that banana, clovey, coriander, a little bit of, like a dried stone fruit, touch of citrus, and that weedy sensation really makes for a beautiful smelling beer. Like this is, again, almost exactly how I remember the first can being. It just smells so inviting, and like I just want to crush this. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone, or should I say Prost. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's still, this is actually, after that first sip, a little bit different and more complex than the first time I had it. The first time I had it was just straight on banana bread. It was a ton of banana, clove, wheat, and that's pretty much it. There's other things going on here that I think might, I don't know if it necessarily enhances the drinking experience and my opinions of this, but it makes it seem a bit different. Again, I could just be misremembering. Shout out to, Andy Pettit and Roger Clemens. I think, Rick, you enjoyed that reference. I don't know why I made the reference. I think Roger Clemens say that Andy Pettit misremembered. But yeah, no, again, I reviewed that 2.5 years ago, or reviewed that other can 2.5 years ago. So it's like, yeah, I'm trying to think about what I thought about it. I just posted something generic on Untappd. It's fucking delicious. The body on this one, 5.5%, drinks higher side of medium, like lower side of full. It has a viscosity for a lighter beer that does not impede the drinkability. Why? The mouthfeel. The mouthfeel from these beers, this specific style, is very reminiscent, again, of the new school hazy IPAs and New England IPAs, where it's still like mild to moderately, I should say this is more on straight moderate carbonation. It has a spritziness to it, it's crisp. But at the same time, it also is somehow smooth and creamy on the palate. Like, the mouthfeel spectacular and the body is really nice. The taste, it's pretty much front to back banana bread. So overripened banana, there's a little bit of clove, maybe even a touch of like a cinnamon, as a clove, cinnamon, coriander coming from the phenols of the yeast. There's an underlying kind of weedy, grainy sensation. It's a wheat beer. The difference between this and the other can I had was there is a citrus character here. That's kind of like a sweeter orange juice, a sweeter like ruby red grapefruit, a little bit of that dried apricot. There's a little bit of citrus, or a decent amount of citrus, and a touch of like the stone fruit, and that's really nice. And I get that like right up front. It's like the first thing hits me. It's like that citrus, then it just goes banana bread, and somewhere in the middle I get a little bit of like that dried apricot. The finish. Sometimes Hefeweizens can be, not like authentic ones are usually well balanced, but sometimes you get American brewed ones that a little bit too sweet, not enough bitterness or dryness to kind of rein it in. These aren't supposed to be all that bitter. It's more of that dry finish. This is like semi to full on dry, closer to full on dry, a touch of like a mild bitterness. There's a little bit of like a, maybe a touch of like a grassiness or like a floral kind of hop character. Very minute though. Yeah, almost like a touch of like a lemongrass on the finish as well. But this is just a great fucking Hefeweizen. Like, for a German-style Hefeweizen brewed by an American brewery, this is probably the best I've had. I can't think off that. I've never had Live Oak's Hefeweizen. Everyone says that's the best as far as an American brewery goes. I would argue that it's going to be tough if I ever get to try that beer, that it's going to be able to beat this. Now, again, I don't, like, Hefeweizens are not my favorite style. I've never sat here and proclaimed that. But, Weihenstephaner, Frasenkana, a couple others, definitely top of the food chain, right? This is just as good as a lot of those beers. And I know if you're German or those are like your favorite beers, you'd be like, blasphemy. There's no way an American brewery can brew a German beer to that quality. Listen, all I'm telling you is what I taste. And, it's just one man's opinion. It's subjective. But this is almost, if not equal, almost equal. I'm going to say, fuck it. I think this is up there with some of my favorite Hefeweizens, the authentic ones from Germany. It's just like, they're so good. Anyway. Grimm Weisse, or Grimm Weisse, the Hefeweissbier from Grimm. I gave it a 4.4 last time I reviewed it. Guess what? Not changing it. 4.4 out of 5. Probably the highest. No, I don't remember what I give Weihenstephaner's or Frasenkana. Probably lower when I reviewed those, because those were like 4 or 5 years ago and my ratings were kind of different. But again, this is up there with those. Like, I'm going to tell you the price point. It's pretty fucking good too. So this is just a great beer. If you're in New York or you can get Grimm stuff and you like the Hefeweizen style, like, pick this up. Like, you will not be disappointed. And if you are, you can come back and yell at me and tell me I'm an idiot, and I'll tell you, yes, I am. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy this beer, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, all day, 4.4 out of 5. We go stylistically, it's up there. It's like 4.7, 4.8. It's fucking great. Price point. At the A for Munch Premier Gourmet, $2.99 a can I paid. I would imagine 4-packs were probably, in that 11 to 12 buck range. $2.99 a fucking can. Yeah, all day long. Yes, please. Like, yes. No questions asked. Yes. Availability. Grimm was weird for a while. I think they were like contract brewing, like, was it a brewery in like Maryland? I think it might have been Baltimore. This was many years ago, going back like 10 plus years ago. It's probably about, yeah, 2013, 14. Then they finally opened up their own spot in Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure this one is brewed by Grimm, Brooklyn, New York. But they get some decent distros. So if you do get Grimm stuff, you probably will pass this one up because they make a lot of the top tier styles that are popular, like, the hazies and the sours and this and that. But they also make a lot of classic styles like this extremely well. And again, I think this is a prime example of them doing so. 5.5%. Can't really tell. This is just, let me taste it. I don't know if I tasted it since I poured in the goodies. So fucking good. It's just go 4.4 out of. It's like everything you want, at least everything I want out of a German Hefeweizen, but it's brewed by an American brewery. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one. I think, again, it's fucking fantastic. And if you like the style, you owe it to yourself to give it a go, especially if you can get Grimm stuff. And that's where this is where I will end the review. Hopefully the audio is okay, the video is okay, and I can actually post this review because I'm so happy that it lived up to what I remember about the beer. Even though it's slightly different based on my recollection, I do think that it's very similar in quality, and that's what I was hoping for. That's what I got. And we're going to shut this one down. So I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one, cheers, prost.